It's January. It's the perfect time to take good decisions for the year. So maybe you want to improve your French this year and you've been learning modern spoken French for a while with Comme une Française. You like it, hopefully, if you're watching this today, and you want to know what else you can get from Comme une Française. Today, there's no learning goal. I just wanted to show you what Comme une Française can help you with in the area of French, because lots of students have been watching these videos for years and they didn't even know we can get further with Comme une Française all together. Bonjour, c'est Géraldine, bienvenue sur Comme une Française. C'est parti! The first program I offer on Comme une Française, which is completely free, is my Everyday French Crash Course. It's free, it's for all levels, whether you're a complete beginner who wants to get into the French area and mindset, and maybe a university teacher, because I have a few, and you want to get in touch with modern French. It's a 10-day mini course by email to help you understand and speak everyday spoken French. It also has elements of French culture, French traditions, French customs, including food. You can subscribe anytime on commeunefrancaise.com, and if you join today or tomorrow, you can get lesson 1 immediately. Again, it's free, you have nothing to fear, and you can leave anytime if it doesn't suit you, even though students seem to like it. The second element that I offer on Comme une Française is my Tuesday lessons by email. So if you're watching me speak right now, you're watching one of my Tuesday lessons, which are usually on French culture, French language, French customs. And if you subscribe after the Everyday French Crash Course, you get my Tuesday lessons by email. Why subscribe if we can just watch this on YouTube or Facebook? Because on these emails, I give you a weekly reading practice. I write to you in French, just like I would do to my friends, so that's modern French, and give you 3 French words to remember. So it gives you a goal in these lessons. Also, by subscribing, you get on top of this weekly practice, you get extra guides, mostly in French. They can have some English in them. But for example, recently I sent a free mini guide on how to learn French as an adult and not be afraid of having this as a second language, and how to understand fast spoken French. This was completely free. People didn't have to ask for it. It was delivered to them. They could share it, print it, delete it if they wanted. But this is only for people who subscribe to Comme une Française by email. Also, I give offers, discounts, and bonuses on my programs, which I'm going to tell you more about it later. And obviously, just like in anything on Comme une Française, it's risk-free, and you can unsubscribe anytime with just one simple click. Did I say it's free? Yeah. Well, my mom thinks the lessons are too good to be free, but I'm very happy to share them with you. I realized while editing this video that I completely forgot to talk about our new beginners class. We're going to open a beginners class for complete beginners in January 2019. This will be completely new, and it will be for complete beginners because all our other courses don't necessarily fit for complete beginners. It can be a bit overwhelming for them. So with this complete beginners class, you can get through French and modern spoken French from the start with Comme une Française. You can also pre-subscribe to any course that is currently closed by going to Comme une Française. On this page, just pick the course you want, leave me your first name and email, and you will be the first to know when the course reopens. Once you're ready to go deeper in your everyday spoken French, I have a program called Master Spoken French. Because the free lessons are great. I love what I do. Students learn so much from them, but they're not goal-oriented. So my programs are goal-oriented, and they have a structure. You can go back to them. You can ask me questions, etc. So this Master Spoken French program is in 3 steps. You have first, French vocabulary and pronunciation. That's the first steps. It's like the basis of modern spoken French. It's not youth French, though. It's not the French that teenagers speak. Just like English that teenagers speak in your city is not the French, it's not the English that you speak I'm not teaching this area of the language. I'm teaching everyday modern spoken French. This one is open now. The others are not. They open just once a year. But if you want to get on board on this program, you can join now and get all the lessons today. So that's the first step of master spoken French. Then the second step is French conversation with confidence. This is to help you get confidence to speak French with our secret everyday French script. Why do I talk about these secret French scripts? They're not secret, but no one will ever teach them to you. It's the everyday spoken French that we use without even thinking about. Just like you have in your own language or your own country. You answer back to sellers, to friends, to neighbors automatically, and if you were to answer differently, it would be weird. It will help you automate your spoken French and be more authentic and real in your language. The third step is subtle French for fitting in. This is how to speak French like an adult. It covers conversation, social rules, how to make friends, how conversation evolves with time, because as you know, conversation is an art in France. Speaking well is essential, but you have to get the steps right. So this helps you understand how French people go from not speaking to having a very deep conversation on philosophical matter or whatever. But this helps them create relationships, and you can absolutely do it. You just need someone to show you how to do it. So you can enjoy this Master French program step by step. They can be taken independently. You can do 3, 1, 2, but it's better to do 1, 2, 3 because you can get the steps and build on to each program. Step 2 and 3 are open once a year. Step 1 is open all the time. And these programs contain English and French because we cover complicated topics sometimes. And for people who are more into the elementary level or beginner intermediate, it's better to get the basics right. If you are into French conversation, you will love my Everyday French Conversation course. It helps you understand fast spoken French. This is the main goal of the program because we speak French very fast, I have to admit, and it can be overwhelming. So this helps you improve your oral comprehension of modern everyday French with something completely new, which is 100% real conversations between me and my real life friends. This is not scripted, this is not decided in advance. It's like being a fly on the wall in a cafe, which is very hard to do. So you can sneak in conversation, you can have subtitles, you can replay the conversation, you have transcripts and commented transcripts. And this helps you understand fast spoken French like never before. This program is all in French, and I used to say that it's a challenge in a safe space because fast spoken French is a challenge, but you can definitely do it, and I'm giving you a safe space to understanding better at your own pace. Next is Le Salon de Géraldine. Le Salon de Géraldine is my only live program. It's the only way you can interact with me live and get my insights on what's happening right now. I love this program because to me it's like one of those literary and philosophical salons that existed in Paris in the 17th and 18th century, where people would get together and talk about books, not movies yet, but ideas and other people and what was happening. So this is what I wanted to do with you. So this program is all in French. You have a live lesson twice a month. If you can't attend, you can obviously get a replay and you have a full transcript because I speak French in a real way. And it's the way for you to get weekly insights on French culture as it happens. So we could talk about French current affairs, movies, singers, subtle cultural elements you never noticed before. We can talk about anything like death of people, interesting people, exhibition in Paris. There's no taboo. You can ask me anything and we can talk about everything because it's a safe space, again, where we can go deep into French culture and French language. Also, it's the only place to get corrected homework. And I have to be honest, I witnessed the biggest improvements among my students by doing that. Because every week they submit some homework, I see them like on twice a month, and I see improvement that I never even thought was possible, and you can absolutely do it. My students have lots of different levels, and they learn how to focus on the right things for their level, and they get wonderful progress. And it's the cheapest program I offer. It's at $29 per month. Honestly, I could double it considering the value, but I want to make it very accessible because I want to give you insights on French culture on a weekly basis. And this is such a joy for me to hold twice a month. Also, it's considered as my companion program to any of my programs, but you can also take it on its own as your weekly shot of French culture. It's really up to you. It's currently open, and you're absolutely welcome to join. The next two programs are more goal-oriented, as in, if you're interested in this topic, you can get through the program and get absolutely done with this topic, as in, you're a master of it, that's good, you're good to go. The first one is Exercise Your French, and I like to call it French Culture 101. It's a way for you to catch up on the fundamentals of French culture, customs, history, and you test yourself with quizzes. So once you go through that, you're done with French culture, you kind of get all the basics right. It's kind of all the knowledge that French people have but never share with expats. So we go through history, a bit of culture, traditions, children's fairy tales that everyone knows but no one ever teaches you. So you see, you get your basics covered with this course. And also what I did is, because it's all in French, you can improve your oral comprehension. And I did 3 levels in the program. So you have beginner, intermediate, and advanced, where I speak in an articulate way, in a more authentic way, and the way I would talk to my friends. It's all in French. And the last program I wanted to talk about today is Inside of French. Just like the previous one, this one is more French cuisine and table manners 101. And I invited my friend who happens to be a food tasting expert. She's certified and she's actually a professional. Coralie Leral, she's a wonder. She's such a wonderful woman. And we dive into the passion for French food. So if you have it, you will love it. We talk about bread etiquette, cheeses, how to pick them, wines, organic wines included. And we help you discover the real secrets of French culture, because it's all around food and conversation, and it goes together. So in this course, you learn all the table customs and good manners that we have and that you can learn as well to fit in. You will learn how to identify, to choose and enjoy French cuisine like a pro, not like someone who buys French things which are actually fake and no one ever eats in France. And it will help you master French conversations around the table, because you will know how to ask for things, how to say no, how to say please, how to taste new food. And this opens such a new area of French that I had never explored before for my students. So I hope you enjoyed it. This one is open once a year as well. And again, today I wanted to present you what I do on Comme une Française beyond just the free lessons that you see every Tuesday. You don't have to join any of them, but you're absolutely welcome to ask me questions and to join one of the courses at your own time. So tell me now, what part of your French do you want to improve this year? Is it comprehension, reading, writing, speaking, the pronunciation part of it, the accent, the vocabulary? Tell me in the comments. I want to hear from you, because then we can refer to this at the end of the year. For example, this year I want to improve my listening skills because I freeze when French people answer back to me in fast-spoken French. This can be tricky. If you like this lesson and you want your friends to know more about what Comme une Française can help them with, please share them with them. You can do that on Facebook, Twitter, by email. That's wonderful. You can put a little thumb up on YouTube or subscribe to the channel. That's wonderful. That's the best way to support my work at Comme une Française. And again, I already mentioned that, but if you want to know more about spoken French, you can get my 10-day everyday French crash course. It's completely free, you can unsubscribe anytime. I wish you une bonne journée, une bonne soirée, maybe une bonne nuit, and I will see you next time. Allez, salut!